Hello, Raffi.
Hey, Theodorus, what's the plan?
This family, how long do you think they've been dead?
What are you asking me for? I didn't do it.
I just thought that you, as an experienced grave robber, might know about that kind of thing.
Ah, I see. Well, judging by the condition of the bones, I'd guess around 10 years.
See you later.
Yes.
Another body. I got a bit of a fright. This sleeping space looks bigger. The children must have slept here. Gosh, a necklace with a huge ruby. It looks really valuable. A leather band with a large ruby set in it. Looks very beautiful and, more than anything, valuable. Ramon?
Yes, brother?
Ramon, look at this precious necklace I found. Could it be of any importance to us?
Where did you get it?
It was around the neck of one of the dead.
Then it's a wedding necklace. It's an old tradition in Zerzura that the queen gives the couple a crystal on their wedding day, as a symbol for the truthfulness of love and its permanence.
A crystal? But that is quite clearly a ruby.
No. That is one of the mountain crystals blessed by the Queen of Zerzura. It becomes ever more red the stronger the love grows.
Really? This crystal is a wonderful red color.
Everything blessed by the Queen becomes part of her immortality. There are no broken marriages in Zerzura.
Stay strong, brother.
I'll do my best.
The 2 pages of symbols form a picture when put together. It's similar to the wall paintings in the cave. A wall painted by children. A lion is circled in the drawings. The lion in the diary is circled. I wonder if the key fragment is here. Hey! The stomach is just a stone that's been placed into the wall. And there it is, the key fragment. You lot, I've got it. Come here.
Theodorus, let me have a look at the key fragment.
Why? What are you planning to do with it?
Just show me. I'm not going to eat it. I just wanted to have a look at it. I imagined it very differently. Not so...
crystal-like. Yes. I wonder what the lock it fits is going to look like.
I'm sure I've seen a crystal thing like this before.
Really? Where?
In the thieves' hideaway. It was in the middle of the table with the card game as a stake.
With the smugglers and thieves in Tripoli. Well, let's go and get it then.
We shouldn't leave them lying here like this. It's not good.
What do you mean?
The dead. They are our fellow countrymen, perhaps even our relatives. We should bury them.
You're right. We'll bury them. Hello, Raffi.
Hey, Theodorus, what's the plan?
I can't enter the city. Can't you talk to your comrades? They should send someone to meet us outside the gates.
And what then? They won't just give us the fragment.
But if I explain our situation, then I'm sure they'll help us. Don't you think?
We're talking about crooks here, not Samaritans. They don't do anything unless there's something in it for them. If we want to get the fragment from them.
We have to offer them something in return. I get it. Hey, Raffi. Would this perhaps be something for your colleague?
Let me see. That is one hell of a ruby. Where did you get that from?
From one of the skeletons in the bedroom in the cave.
From which bedroom? How's that? I had a good look around there myself. Oh well, whatever. This necklace is definitely precious enough to get the boys out of town. Let me know when we're near Tripoli and you want to talk to them.
Well, I'm ready, Raffi. Can you let your people know?
I will do. Wait here. This is Rangar, our leader. I've already told him about the ruby.
It's as big as a quail's egg?
To be honest, I don't know anything about bird eggs.
Show me it.
And what about the piece of crystal? I want to see that too.
Why do you want it? The ruby is worth a lot more.
I'm not interested in its material value.
What are you interested in then? Does it belong to a bigger crystal? If so, then perhaps it is worth more than the ruby.
No, it's
It's an heirloom, long lost and finally found again.
exactly.
Now, have a look at the necklace. You'll see that I wasn't lying about how good it is. A quail's egg in the hand is better than a crystal splinter in the bush.
This ruby really is seriously big. I've never seen one this big before. Are you sure it's even a ruby?
What else could it be? All right then. If you don't want the necklace, I'll find another buyer.
Well, if you insist, here you go. Rafi, take care.
Have a good night, Rangar.
That's another piece of the key to the city gate of Zerzura. Greetings.
Take your time to look at everything. My goods are of the finest quality.
These stones that you have here, what exactly do they represent?
They're reproductions of the holy crystal that is revered by our tribe.
This crystal that you revere, can I see it?
You mean the original? That's not possible. It's kept in the care of our priestess and is only accessible to my people themselves or to people chosen by us.
Aha. And what are the criteria you choose by?
It's a question of trust. There are no criteria for that.
I'm taking it that your trust in me isn't particularly high.
You are a Spanish-speaking customer who hasn't bought anything yet. I don't think we can talk about trust at all at this point.
Adios.
May the sun be with you.
And how might things be with your trust levels if you saw what I've got here with me?
But how can that be? The holy crystal. How did you come by that?
It came from heaven. Where else? It fell right into my hands and then led me here.
Exactly as happened with our priestess. You must be an important man back where you come from.
Correct. And it is in that function that I must speak with your priestess.
She will most certainly be very pleased. I can describe the route you must follow to find her. You must go alone. No one else but you.
Very well. Can you please show me the way on the map? Adios.
May the sun be with you.
A key fragment.
Hands off! The holy shard may not be touched.
It seems to me as though the sun shines a little more brightly here than in the rest of the desert. Empty. One of the Bedouins, barely recognizable as a woman under that mask. Good lady, can I ask you something?
Nothing that I couldn't also answer.
One of those tents that breed here in the desert. He belongs to the Bedouin people, although Uncle Tabit used to say that the Bedouin as such don't exist. But there are lots of different nomadic groups. They call themselves the Free, or Sons of the Wind and Sun, or the People of the Sun. There's a small circle of painted stones around the altar, all of them resembling the key fragment. Cloth, bags, lanterns. An altar made of wood, rotten and hung with feathers and bones, just the right setting for a fake sun fragment. Greetings, Honorable Priestess.
What leads you to me?
I'd love to know why that piece of crystal is lying on the altar there.
Because it's holy, and I would advise you not to get too close to it.
Why not? Will I become cursed or spontaneously combust?
It's no laughing matter. Fire is holy to us.
To whom? You or the Bedouins?
My people call themselves the people of the sun.
I don't care. I'm really only interested in the piece of crystal. What do you want for it? I'll pay any price.
The thought alone is perverse. That holy object is not for sale. Not in any circumstance.
You have an unusual hair color.
And what's that supposed to mean? Would you like me to put you in touch with my barber?
If he's in Zerzura, why not? I'd love to call in there.
Without the complete key, you will never get there. It was broken to destroy all hope of return. And most of the people among whom it was divided died long ago. So you can stop running around here telling your fairy tales.
I know where the crystal really comes from, and you know it too.
What are you getting at?
It comes from Zerzura, and you also know that there are more of them.
That doesn't alter the fact that it came from the gods themselves.
Maybe, but it's definitely not here to be worshipped. It's part of a greater whole to which it belongs.
This piece belongs to the people of the sun and no one else. The other 11 parts are no concern of ours.
11 parts, you say? Then there are 12 in total.
I thought you would know that. Don't you know anything at all?
The question is more, what do your people know? How would they react if they heard you had brought the crystal from Zerzura?
Be my guest. The people here have a great fear of the city of no return. When they learn that I am from there, the awe in which they already hold me will grow immeasurably. The holy crystal stays where it is.
These 12 key fragments, what do you know about them?
You surely don't think that I'd tell you anything about them, do you?
Why not? Isn't it in your interest to return to Zerzura one day?
Why should I believe in it, though? Why should I long for something my whole life, somewhere I'll never set foot in? All of those who have done that are dead. I, however, am alive, like a queen, and that's how it should stay.
Adios.
May the spirits guide you ever further into the desert.
Never to return, right?
I'll leave that to the spirits.
one of those tents that breed here in the desert. That's seen service a few times. Looks rather used. That's seen service a few...
Don't touch!
It would seem that washing is dried in the same way everywhere. I've got enough clothing, but maybe I can still use that piece of cloth. That's seen service a few times. Hello, can I ask you something?
Ask away, stranger.
It's a hard life in the desert, isn't it?
The only one worth living.
The crystal on the altar, why is it worshipped?
Why do you ask? Because it comes from the sun, of course.
Of course.
How? It fell from the sky.
Right on top of the priestess, I take it.
Yes, and it bleached her eyes and her hair. It was so bright.
And her wits?
It has granted her great power over the fire. Since she has been here, it only flares up with her permission.
So, does that mean that every time you want to roast a piece of meat, the priestess has to bless it?
Quite right. As a thanks for her goodwill, she gets half of the meal.
And anyone who doesn't obey goes up in flames?
In the beginning, it was always tents that were set on fire. But since then, we have become accustomed to the power of the shard.
The power of the shard. Now that you have it, what are you going to do with the shard?
Nothing at all. We worship it. When the sun wants it back, then it will make it light up.
So it would light up.
That's what the priestess said.
And that's why it lies in the shade, yes? Without sunlight, it will never light up, and the rule of the priestess will last forever.
What's that you're saying? It's a shard from the sun. It doesn't need any sunlight. If it...
What do you think of the priestess?
She is the only one who knows how to handle the shard. Thanks to her goodness, we don't have to fear the fire anymore. She enjoys our greatest respect.
What do you know about Zerzura?
To search for it is meaningless. The wind alone has the power to reveal the city.
The wind? What has that got to do with it?
It forms the sand, spins it around, moves dunes and mountains. If you anger it, it will take away your sight of the heavens, and you will never ever find your way back.
Goodbye.
May the wind always be at your back, stranger.
You could polish it back up again. That gives me a rather gleaming idea. Why don't we see if we can help the sun get its shard to light up? Cleaning the shield won't help me. The inner side is too rough. Now it's just sandy. Now I've got a metal shield with wet sand. The sand and water make a good abrasive medium. Polished to a shine. This is a good place for the mirror. I just have to find the right angle.
The sun splinter is glowing. Look! Look!
Oops. Has the mirror moved?
The sun is reclaiming its splinter.
No! No! That can't be! That can't be! Ah!
Damn, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, the poor woman. However, I'm not going to get a better opportunity than this. That's how you do it. Guess what the nomad priestess knew?
That you dream of Jamila night and day.
Ruffy, why don't you just leave it?
Why? What he says is true.
Please forgive the interruption. But what did the priestess know?
How many key fragments there are in total? 12!
12? How does she know? Does she come from Zerzura too?
Yes, but believe me, she isn't very friendly all the same.
Then you two must have really hit it off.
We've now got 3 pieces of the key out of 12.
The rest of them we'll simply take from the Grand Inquisitor in that monastery. What's it called again?
The stone monastery of the Holy Virgin.
But what if there are then still some pieces missing?
No worries. Our collection will then be complete.
Where do you know that from?
Because I'm not deaf. Back home in Tripoli, it was long going around that the noble Grand Inquisitor was going crazy over 3 pieces of crystal. I'd always thought that it was all to do with something that was made of 3 crystal pieces, but now I know what it was really all about.
Then we have exactly the number he has been looking for. Fantastic!
If he only knew how close he's been all this time.
Then let's do it like Ruffy has suggested. Let's go to the monastery and grab the rest.
Onward and upward!
Just a minute. How are we actually going to get there?
Quite simple. We follow the caravan route all the way to the mountains. There, you have to go through an arch of rock, and behind that the pilgrim trail begins. Then you just follow that.
What's all this you? Don't you want to come with us, Honorable Emir?
The monastery is easy to reach, and you'll find it easily enough without me. My journey here is at an end. My valued friends, I am turning back.
But why?
On the search for Zerzura, it has become clear to me that I too have a home city for which my heart longs, and for which it is worth fighting. Tripoli. I am needed more urgently there than here.
Then I thank you for your help.
Yes, Emir. Many thanks for that.
I have you to thank, my dear friends.
Live well, Emir.
Live well. May the voices in your hearts always guide your step, and may the ground beneath your feet be ever firm.
The search for Zerzura brought the group directly to the lion's den. They pitched camp close to the monastery where the Grand Inquisitor was allegedly resident. From the distance came the angry rumbling of a gathering storm.
Ramon is sleeping.
Just as well. The journey has taken its toll on him.
Very true. Rocking about on one of those ships of the desert takes it out of anyone, even under normal circumstances.
Well, I'd rather ride 1,000 times over than have to walk.
No, such a camel ride feels worse than sailing in a sinking ship, in a storm, and under cannon fire.
Don't tell me you've already experienced such a thing.
Stop bickering and give some careful thought as to how we're going to get into the monastery.
You're right. The convict is more important now.
I'm just wondering exactly how we're going to get in. Creeping up there wouldn't even work in the dark. There's not one single bush to take cover behind.
What if we happen to be nomads, inquiring about a place to rest our heads?
Might work. The monks in the monastery rely on the hospitality of the Bedouins. Otherwise, they'd have been gone long ago.
Good. So we're Bedouins then.
But not dressed like this. I could maybe pass for a son of the desert, but anyone could see from miles away that you are not from around here.
Then let's get wrapped up in desert garments. A camel hair blanket. Nice and soft. Just the thing for my sick brother.
Thank you, Fyodor.
Luckily, Jamila and Rafi thought of everything when they did the packing. Interesting stones. Not enough for a hearth. A mat made of palm fibers. So what's it doing here? This definitely has a deeper purpose. I'll just have a feel inside. Hopefully nothing vicious in there. That's a Bedouin mat, woven from palm fibers. The camel metamorphosis still isn't finished. One small hole is all it takes to turn a bone splinter into a needle. The mat is quite easy to split into fibers. Now I only have to get the camel through the eye of the needle. Do-it-yourself wizard. Our cover is ready.
Very good. Let's put them on.
Ramon, we're going to set off for the monastery now. Ramon, are you awake?
Yes. Yes, I'm awake. You want to go now?
Exactly, and we'll try and deal with things as fast as we can.
Make sure you are successful. You have to find 9 pieces, not one less.
Of course. Now you look after the other 3.
No, you can't leave them here. What if the soldiers discover the camp? Ramon is much too weak.
You're right. One of us has to stay here with him.
No, I don't want that. Better keep the key fragments on you.
But we can do it, just the 2 of us.
Yes. Maybe I ought to stay on guard here and...
No. What you have to do is much more important than anything else. And you need every man for the task.
Even if one's a woman.
All right, then we ought to get going.
Yes. Get a move on.
No one home.
Or visitors aren't welcome.
Could also be that nobody heard us knocking. The door looks pretty thick.
Hello? Is there anybody there? Hello?
Locked. There has to be some way of making your presence known.
I'll have a look around.
Raffi, wait. Perhaps it's better anyway if we split up.
Right. Someone should stay outside and keep the way back secure.
And what with me being the spare part at this Bedouin wedding, I suppose it's obvious.
Nonsense. If something goes wrong, we're all in this together. That's what it's about.
What's wrong with Jamila? Why can't she stay outside?
Because I can probably fight better than you two put together? I'm definitely going in there.
All right then. I'll clamber around here a little and see if there's maybe another entrance.
And if it's not too much trouble, one that might serve as an exit too?
Thanks, Raffi. There's something in Latin chiseled into the wall. Only he who knows the secret of the rocks will gain entry. There's something in Latin chiseled into the wall. There are some big holes in the wall. And what's that? Aha! A cross! Well, when you're on the way to see a Grand Inquisitor, having a cross surely can't hurt. Water uncovers the secret of the rocks. Interesting. The water runs back out of one of the other holes. Now, we really need to see if there's any logic behind these sayings. I can feel a rope.
Perhaps some kind of doorbell?
Greetings, travellers. What is your wish?
We're looking for a shelter for the night, and we're hoping to find it here.
And you can have water, but shelter? Well, the caravans usually always camp in the shelter of the rocks.
But we're not traveling with a caravan. There are only two of us.
Are you now? Why is that?
We, are on a quest.
What kind of quest?
No, sorry. That's a request. We have received a request to, marry. I'm the bride, and this is my brother who is taking me to the bridegroom's camp.
Exactly. The brother takes the bride to the groom. That has been our custom for hundreds of years.
If that is so, come in. Wait here, please. I'll have to inform the abbot.
Do you think he bought it?
What? That we're brother and sister? Why not? He can't really think anything else at this point.
I'm happy to change that at any time.
Definitely not, as long as we're wearing this stuff.
You're right. It's already hard enough not to reveal ourselves. I nearly ruined it back there. Good job you stepped in like that.
Don't worry. As long as we don't act to raise their suspicions, our disguise is perfect. The hood throws a shadow over your eyes. No one will notice anything.
Welcome to the monastery of the Holy Virgin. We have enough room. You are most welcome to spend the night here.
That is very friendly. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It looks like there is a storm brewing. You have come here most opportunely.
May Allah hold his hand in protection over this monastery.
Now that is certainly not necessary, for God's blessing has been upon us for a considerable time now. You are most certainly exhausted from your journey. He will show you the way to your sleeping quarters. The evening meal is being prepared at this time, if you would care to wait a little.
But of course, we thank you for your hospitality. A painting of the Virgin Mary and Jesus. The monk is kneeling before the shrine and praying. There must have been a statue standing in the niche at one time. There must have been a statue. A monk keeping his eyes closed. Plain monastery-style wooden beds. Looks almost like a military encampment. Looks like further guests are expected. Looks almost like... That looks wider than the other beds. Also doesn't look like it's been used. As long as the monk is praying here, I won't be able to take a closer look unnoticed. Excuse me? Venerable monk? He seems to be... A monk who keeps silent, or who summons all others to be silent. The Bell of the Holy Virgin. A second entrance, difficult to get to. Maybe Raffi found it whilst climbing and is waiting there. I hope Ramon is all right. We shouldn't leave him on his own for too long. Loads of herbs. Sadly, I have no knowledge of herbalism. That must be the abbot's bedchamber. An impressive monastery you have here.
It's very ancient, I have to say. I've only been here a few days myself.
Are there many monks who wear metal clothes?
You Bedouins are funny. I'm not a monk. I'm a soldier.
Aha, a soldier, right. There's a monk praying in the dormitory. He doesn't answer when you ask him something.
Well, that's quite usual for him. He starts praying every day at noon and then only stops when it's time for the evening meal.
When is the evening meal served? My stomach's been grumbling for days.
You'll have to be patient, like all the others. Just wait for the bell to ring. Today, though, it might take a bit longer.
Why is that?
Well, yes, it's something special. If I could only find the right herbs for it.
The herbs are for the evening meal.
Yes, of course they are. Or do you think I'm kneeling here in the dirt just for fun?
And why are you looking at the book at the same time?
This is a book of herbal lore. I'm a soldier, not an expert on soup ingredients.
May your God protect you.
And may yours protect you, Bedouin.
Greetings, venerable monk.
God be with you, dear guest. Call me Brother Jeremiah.
You're preparing quite a lot of food here, I see.
There is half an army to be fed.
Half an army? There's only one man standing in the yard.
At least a dozen soldiers are still on their way here. At least, that is what I've been told.
A dozen soldiers in this peaceful monastery? Why?
That's down to our prominent guest, the Grand Inquisitor. He always travels with a big entourage.
A kind of king?
As powerful as a king, but following the way of the Lord. It's a special honor to have him here.
And what brings his powerful lord to the middle of the desert?
He does not say, but I bear no misgivings as to his intentions. He is a man of the church, after all.
The herb soldier doesn't seem to be up to his task. He has a book on herbs in his hand, but I doubt he can read.
Lord forgive me.
What?
Not you. Oh, one really must do everything oneself.
Practical. He can keep the fire burning without getting his fingers dirty. The meal smells delicious. This way suspicion won't fall on me. Now I just have to make sure that the cook uses the bellows. I'll just damp down the fire a little. Well, have you finally gathered all the herbs together?
After picking out the poisonous roots and the weeds myself, yes. Dear God, why do those confounded Vesper bells always ring too early?
Dinner ready.
Are you hungry? Or will you keep watch whilst I have a look around the dormitory?
Go. I'll keep watch.
I only hope it can be moved without any problems. I thought so! A secret door! Strange. I can't see any kind of opening mechanism. This shrine looks somewhat strange.